Have you ever finished a long walk only to feel heavier, stiffer, and more tired than before? That's not just age catching up. After 50, those long runs and jogs can actually backfire, stressing your joints, spiking your heart, and burning far less fat than you'd expect. But here's the surprising twist. One 30-second movement burns 40% more fat than those long sessions, and it reignites the metabolism your body thought it had lost. I'll show you how seniors are using it, backed by research, to drop weight, lower blood sugar, and reclaim energy. If you're over 60, you know the frustration. You do the walks, the jogs, even push through the aches, yet the scale barely moves, and your knees complain louder than ever. It's not your fault. Your metabolism truly changes with age. But here's the hope. New research shows a short, joint-friendly protocol that doesn't just burn fat faster. It resets blood sugar, cools inflammation, and recharges your cells. In this video, I'll break it down step by step. And of course, always check with your doctor before starting new exercise. 1. The fat-burning switch. When we talk about fat loss after 60, most people imagine endless walks, treadmills, or slow jogs that last an hour. But here's the twist. Science shows your body doesn't need more time. It needs the right spark. A 2023 study called The Impact of Sprint Interval Training on Fat Oxidation found that just 30 seconds of all-out effort burns 40% more fat than traditional high-intensity workouts. 40%. That's nearly cutting your effort in half while multiplying results. Why does this matter for seniors? Because your body is like a hybrid car. On long, steady runs, it stays in gas mode, draining energy and stressing your joints. But with a short sprint, your system flips into electric mode, pulling fat as its fuel source. That switch is what most long workouts never achieve. Let me give you a real example. Frank, one of my 67-year-old patients, was frustrated. He jogged 3 miles every other day, yet his weight barely budged and his knees ached constantly. When he switched to this 30-second sprint protocol, just 4 rounds twice a week, something changed. 6 weeks later, Frank was down 12 pounds. More importantly, he told me, "Doctor, I can walk up the stairs again without holding the railing." That's the power of efficiency. So, how do you do it? Start simple. A gentle 3-minute warm-up, then 30 seconds of your maximum effort. This can be fast walking uphill, cycling hard, or even swimming sprints. Rest for 2 to 3 minutes, then repeat. Aim for 4 rounds, working up to 6 over time. Twice, maybe 3 times per week is enough. But here's the part that most seniors miss. Burning fat is only the beginning. The real breakthrough happens inside your blood sugar pathways. 2. Insulin sensitivity. Reset. Burning fat is powerful, but here's where the science truly flips the script. Sprint interval training doesn't just change how you burn calories. It resets how your body handles sugar. Let me explain. As we age, our cells become less responsive to insulin. Think of insulin as a key, unlocking doors on your cells so sugar can enter for energy. After 60, too many of those locks jam. Sugar lingers in your blood, leaving you tired, foggy, and at higher risk for diabetes. But here's what most people don't realize. These 30-second sprints actually give your body more keys. A study from McMaster University in 2016 showed that in just 12 weeks, sprint interval training boosted insulin sensitivity by 10 to 15%. Even though the participants did 5 times less exercise than traditional cardio groups. That's efficiency your body can feel. Maria, one of my patients, is a perfect example. At 71, she'd been managing diabetes for years. She was diligent, healthy diet, daily walks, but her post-meal blood sugars still spiked. We added short sprint sessions on her stationary bike, 30 seconds all out, then 3 minutes gentle pedaling, 4 times, twice a week. Within 2 months, her blood sugar readings after meals dropped by nearly 20 points. And she told me, for the first time in years, I don't crash on the couch after lunch. Now, here's how you can try it safely. If you take beta blockers or heart medications, don't chase heart rate numbers. Instead, use the talk test. During your sprint, you should be working hard enough that speaking a full sentence feels tough. Then recover fully. Give yourself at least 72 hours between sessions. Recovery is where the magic sinks in. Have you ever noticed feeling more tired after a workout instead of energized? If that's happened to you, type YES in the comments. You're not alone. But blood sugar control is only part of the story. The next benefit cools down something even more dangerous: silent, chronic inflammation. 3. Cooling chronic inflammation. We've seen how sprint intervals help with fat burning and blood sugar, but the benefits go even deeper. They also calm something seniors often struggle with silently: inflammation. Think of chronic inflammation as a smoldering fire in your body. It doesn't roar like a flame you can see, but it slowly damages joints, blood vessels, even your memory. After 60, that fire tends to burn hotter, and most long workouts only add more sparks. But sprint intervals, they act like your body's internal fire department. A 2023 study from the University of Cumbria followed 156 older adults in an 8-week sprint interval program. Researchers found significant drops in pro-inflammatory markers, including IL-6, down by as much as 32%. That's a measurable cooling effect. George, 69, knew that fire all too well. His arthritis pain was worst in the mornings, stiff knees, swollen hands, the kind of discomfort that made him dread climbing stairs. We started him on a gentle version of sprint training, 3 short bursts on a recumbent bike, resting 3 minutes in between. At first, he was skeptical, but after 6 weeks, he told me, "Doc, my knees still remind me I'm not 30, but I can get up in the morning without wincing." That shift in quality of life is priceless. So, how do you begin? Start small, just 3 sprint intervals twice a week. Add 1 more each week until you're comfortable at 6. Always cool down afterward. That's when inflammation really begins to settle. Miss this step, and the silent fire keeps smoldering, raising your risk of joint pain, heart problems, even memory decline. But lowering inflammation isn't the end of the story. Sprint intervals also reignite the tiny power plants inside your cells. And that's where the next surprise begins. 4. Mitochondria. New power plants. If inflammation is the fire that slows you down, your mitochondria are the batteries that power you forward. And after 60, those batteries tend to run low. That's why a simple walk that once felt easy can suddenly leave you drained. Here's the good news. Sprint intervals don't just burn fat and calm inflammation. They actually build new mitochondria. Think of it like installing fresh batteries into every muscle cell, giving your body more power packs to draw from. A 2021 scoping review that analyzed 69 studies and nearly 3,700 older adults found something remarkable. Sprint and high-intensity intervals increase mitochondrial enzymes, like citrate synthase, by up to 19% within 12 weeks. That means your cells literally upgrade their ability to produce energy. Helen, age 64, felt that upgrade firsthand. She loved gardening, but found herself exhausted after just 20 minutes of pulling weeds. We added 2 sprint sessions a week on her stationary bike. At first, she doubted 30 seconds could make any difference. But by week 8, she was tending her garden for 2 hours straight. She told me, "I finally feel like my body has energy in reserve again." So, how can you apply this safely? Start with a 3-minute warm-up, then a 30-second all-out sprint. follow it with a slow, gentle cool down until your breathing and heart rate return close to normal. Repeat 4 to 6 times. The key is not just the sprint, it's the full recovery that allows your cells to build those new power plants. Your mitochondria don't lie. They respond directly to the stress you give them. And when you recharge them, your whole body begins to feel younger. But here's the thing. Many seniors still believe that longer, slower workouts are always better. The truth, research proves otherwise. And that's where we'll clear up one of the biggest exercise myths. Take a moment to reflect. In just 30 seconds, less time than it takes to brew your morning coffee, you can flip a switch inside your body. You can burn fat more efficiently, steady your blood sugar, calm inflammation, and recharge the very batteries that fuel your life. This isn't about chasing youth. It's about protecting independence, about still being able to climb stairs without pain, play with your grandkids without fatigue, and walk into your doctor's office with confidence instead of worry. I've seen it again and again in my patients, like Frank reclaiming the stairs, Maria stabilizing her sugars, George easing his arthritis, Helen gardening with energy. Their stories remind us that small choices ripple into big freedoms. And maybe that's the deeper gift, showing the people you love that aging doesn't have to mean slowing down. It can mean moving differently, smarter, and with more purpose. So, let me ask you, if you had to choose, would you rather spend an hour jogging in pain or 30 seconds unlocking energy your body thought it had lost? Type your answer in the comments. Your story may inspire another senior to try. And if this video gave you even a spark of hope, join our healthy aging community by subscribing. Every week, I'll bring you research-backed ways to protect your strength, your clarity, and your independence. Because remember, the real goal isn't just living longer. It's living better with the freedom to do the things and love the people who make life worth it.